Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 4th round of Lights Out Racing No Assist League. We are here on this fine Tuesday evening once again in Germany, and I am very excited about this race. Obviously, this race will no longer be on the calendar moving forward, so it's one of the last opportunities that we get to have to enjoy this historic and exciting track. My name is Ezra, and as always, I am joined with my good friend and buddy, Nihai. Little known fact about my friend Nihai is he was named after a grape soda, Nihai grape soda. Doesn't taste very good, and he's not a good friend, but I'm happy he's here with me. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great up until now. Is it quite good soda, I would have to say in defense of that, but looking forward hopefully to a good race here. Hopefully we get to not have a racetrack with too many walls this time, so looking forward to some open racing here.
Indeed. The past 2 weeks have been an exciting time for racing and Lights Out Racing. Going Singapore and Baku back-to-back. That really put a strong test on a lot of drivers, forcing them to deal with kind of strenuous and tight-fitting city circuits. So this week we could open things up again, but the peril isn't completely gone. Turn 1 in Germany always caused some excitement, so I expect some people to crash there today as well. Already we have a number of drivers, 2 drivers disqualified, Ara and Dirty Pineapple. I'm not exactly sure why. And Dick Tucker looks like he retired from the session without setting a lap. So we already have 3 of the 14 drivers who will not be setting laps for this qualifying period.
Yeah, not really sure what happened there. I saw it looked like Ara was going backwards somehow. Was disqualified for going the wrong direction. Which seems like it'd be kind of hard to do.
That's probably how it goes. I think the pit lane entrance is a little tricky here, so that could hit some people out. As it appears as Charles Leclerc goes fastest on the medium tires there, 2/10 up on FST on the hards. It's going to be interesting. It looks like most of the drivers are in mediums. A number of them went out on hards, and a few on the softs. So for a one-stop, mediums to hards are for sure the way to go. You can't make a soft last for a one-stop. However, some people might be counting on a safety car to come out early on to help them out. As Romacron sets the fastest time, 1:12.1 with the softs, and we'll see if that can be beat. Let's see here. Let's go on board with Alex. And he is now in sector 2.
He's on the hards here, so he's not going to have as much grip as he.
A little bit wide there through turn 11 into Sox curve, which I won't tell you what that guy's mean, but it's a dirty corner. And a drift there. That is an interesting strategy. Cuts that corner close. Coming across the line, P6, 1:14.1, and I'm not sure if he's happy with that.
How you got away? Yeah.
Curious. As 5-7 retires from the session without setting a lap time. Very interesting. I don't know what is going on with everybody today.
I thought we were going to have less disqualifications and retirements, but we're on pace to match Baku here.
Well, we are in qualifying. It might just be that he figures he might want to start P11 and be able to choose his tire compound. So it could be a strategic move on his part to slot in there with the last spot with 3 drivers already retired. Choose the medium or hard tire and not put any laps on it to give him the best strategic tire strategy for the rest of the race. to it. All boy. All boy is on an adventure.
Yep.
Don't think he hit the wall, but that corner is going to get a lot of drivers. The Sud Curve, the very fond memories for Hamilton, Vettel, Carlos Sainz. All those guys are, enjoy that corner. Hulkenberg, yeah, forgot about him.
Yeah, that was one of the saddest things to watch, though.
Yep.
He really deserved a break there.
Someone I failed to mention, Duck Lovers. He is new to the grid this week. He is a feature in our Assists 1 league. And he has decided to give no assists a shot this week. And that's a pretty good time for the mediums. He has to be pretty excited about that. That puts him top of the medium drivers. We'll see if anyone can improve on that for the rest of the session. I know that you raced, obviously, on this track Saturday, Mihai. Can you maybe give us your thoughts on your experience, or
just my, I guess, experience of the last race that we had. Didn't have a really good qualifying, so I think I started 7th. But of course, those time penalties I think were a big factor there. I know I personally, that first corner is, if you judge your entry just slightly wrong, you go wide and get a warning there generally.
yes.
So those rack up very quickly, so I think I had quite a few time penalties, which ended up costing me a couple places at the end. As well as when you start losing those tires due to degradation, those last couple corners before that straight, the home straight, can really be tricky. So that's another place to watch there for seeing some possible contact between cars.
Yeah, on that note, there are a number of high-speed corners here in Germany where obviously hards and mediums can be challenging to go on with. And then also, as those start to wear out, you really struggle for grip, and bad things can happen if you're not careful. Turn 1, turn 11, turn 10. Those are all corners, high-speed corners, where if you don't have good grip on the rears, you'll lose them quite easily. Second FST, our race winner, is gearing up for a hot lap, so we'll follow along for him. Let's see how he does. He is our back-to-back race winner, and he thinks he can win again in Germany. We'll see how that does take place or not. He's definitely confident, but he's going for the hard tires this time, which I think is the wise choice. Kind of with the short qualifying format, it's a bit difficult for drivers because you have one pair of mediums, one set of hards, and that's all you got. So you gotta kind of figure out your strategy, what you're wanting to do to go out there, and because you really only have 1 or 2 opportunities with those tires to actually sort of a lap, unlike with the softs where you get 3 or 4 pair depending on what kind of tires you select. But it looks, once again, he's backed out of a lap. So let's see if we can find a driver who is. Let's see if Alex is up to anything.
Yeah, hi guys, welcome. It's Biggles from the pit lane.
How you doing, Biggles? How's the pit lane? Is it pretty hot down there?
It's busy. It's busy. Obviously, the crews are running around right now. They got all different tire compounds out. We're not quite sure who's going to be starting on what. We got softs, we got mediums, we got hards. I'm just trying to talk to the various pits bosses about the strategies these guys are doing. I mean, at the moment, I really can't get. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen because we've got some quick lap times right now in the mediums. We've got quick lap times on the hards. Obviously, Romcorn has set the fastest lap right now on the softs, but is he going to force everybody else to go onto the softs, do you think? Or do you think they're going to still try to stick with the strategy of the mediums and the hards? I wanted to check with you guys from racing experience. I think for my data that I've been given from the crews, I've got like soft tires generally last about 9 laps the medium's about 20 and the hard's about 25. So I just wanted to confirm with you guys what you thought about that.
So I would say from experience, this depends on obviously when you are using those tires. Those softs, if you start the race with those softs, they go off very, very, very quickly. And, 6 or 7 laps is, if you're pushing, it's quite easy to burn through your tires in that, 6 or 7 laps. So
Okay.
mediums are definitely probably the way to go if you are looking to build an early lead. I think the strategy that I prefer to do is start on hards, and then at the end of the race you'll have fresh mediums, which you'll be able to last longer with your lower fuel load, and you'll be able to put down the fastest lap and do some overtakes.
Okay, so yeah, because my data got like, okay, so the optimal strategy a lot of people I think will choose would be a mediums to hards. However, you said you would like to go to hards and mediums, which I like. That strategy good. Pit stop probably on the mediums is around lap 14.
Yep.
14 to 17, let's say. Another strategy some people might do, a little bit more risky, would be to go softs, mediums, and then mediums again. That means you'd be pitting on around lap 5 to 7, and then lap 20 to 21, 20, 21, 22. And we're expecting what quality time to be softs, probably around the mid-high 111s. Mediums, as we're seeing right now, about the mid 112s. And then if you're going to qualify in the hards, you'd be looking at high 112s or low 113s. That's the feedback that I'm generally getting. I'm not sure how this track is going to tend towards that today, but there you have it from the pit lane.
All right. Thank you for your insight on that. It's definitely going to be interesting to see the strategy will go on, and there's always a chance that the safety car will put a bit of a twist in people's plans. All right. I'm looking to adjust a little bit of the volume. Apologize to anybody for moving away from the race there for a moment. Looks like most everyone's in the pits with 3.5 minutes to go. Like I said, people only have 2 tire options, so you might only see 2 runs from everybody on track today. Let's see. So we have a yellow flag in Sector 3. Nothing major, it looks like. Let's go on board with Isotin. He looks like he has just started a hot lap on the soft tires, so he's definitely going to try to push to crawl up further up the leaderboard from 9th. The set of turns 8, 9, and 10 are tricky, as Isotin now goes through those. Easy to get those cars just a bit wide and lose a lot of time coming out of turn 10. Nice job through 13, 14. Could have been a little bit wider, I think, through there. And not really the fastest time. Puts him up 113.3 into 6, gains 3 positions, but for softs, I'm pretty sure he feels like he could probably do better.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a couple seconds off of where he should be.
Looks like FST is out, but he is going to give one more shot with a hot lap here in a bit. Trying to think if there's anybody else. No one else is on a hot lap, it appears. Thank you to all our viewers here on this Tuesday weeknight. I know a lot of people are getting busy again, but pleasure to have you aboard watching this race with us. And I know we have some pretty talented drivers out here today, and we should have a fun race. Yeah. I think a lot of these drivers could go a bit faster on the softs, but I don't know. I don't know why we aren't seeing some better lap times from Ramakon, for example, since he's a pretty talented driver. Let's see.
So apparently,
Sorry, go ahead, Biggles.
yeah, sorry to interrupt. I just heard from one of the Twitch stream that Freeware had mentioned something. Poland A1 was 11.4 on
Yep.
softs.
I'm guessing that was probably yeah. I don't remember his name, unfortunately, off the top of my head.
Oh, I'm not sure who did it. Yeah.
Yeah. But we did have
Freeware just mentioned that. Thank you, Freeware.
Yep.
Back to you.
FST halfway through his lap now. Coming around the corner. Could have carried a bit more speed through there. 112, he improves by a second, over a second. And is now P2. Fastest of the medium runners. That is not too bad. Not too bad.
So 2 minutes left now. Do you think, is there enough time for people? We have a bunch of people in the box. We have...
Is Ramakron setting a lap or no? I can't tell. I don't think he is. Wasn't quick enough to get back around. Anyone? I don't really know this.
Ramakon is
into the pits.
boxing.
Looks like LOR J. Let's go to him quickly. Looks like LOR J is on a hot lap. He's got his softs out. See if he can improve his time. It looks like he will. 13, and he goes up 2 positions. So it looks like everyone abandoned the hard tire, potentially. Interesting strategy move. So we'll see how that pays off, but let's see. That is the end of qualifying. Our grid is set. And it should be an interesting start.
a different strategy for sure.
All right. So our starting grid, Ramakron with the softs going P1. So he will lead the race, but a bit at a tire disadvantage. FST, our last 2 race winner, the Toro Rosso on mediums, a 12-2, closely followed by Alex in the Williams. And really, there's a number, looks like the 3 drivers there, FST, Alex, and Charles, are all pretty close together, separated by a 10th in the first and second row. And then from there, Duck Lovers. Secret, who's a strong driver, will be starting in 6th on the hards, the 1 driver in hards. And we will go on board for an on-track in-car interview with Alex to sum up his qualifying and kind of the conditions on the track and see how he's doing.
Hey guys.
Alex, how are you doing? How was that qualifying for you? Any thoughts?
Hella stressful, but apart from that, I mean, I'm pretty happy with myself. A P3. I think I'm like 3,300th off of FST, and you know he's been winning lately, so that's a good for me. Maybe I could jump him off the start. Who knows? I'm gonna be extremely cautious into turn 1 though. I'll lose 2 positions if that's what it takes to stay clean, but
I definitely feel you there. So strategy, you are on the mediums. Obviously, Ramakron is on the softs. So
it's a one stop.
You're going for the 1 stop. All right.
Yep.
Any did you consider any alternative strategies, or were you pretty set on the mediums as hards?
As soon as the safety car comes out, I will probably dive it into the pits.
All right. Well, that is Alex. He is starting on the 2nd row, 3rd on the grid. Best of
I'm
luck
not
to
sure
you.
though. Thank you. What's my teammate starting on?
LOR is starting on the softs.
Okay,
So,
good. That's what we talked about too. All right.
all
I'm
right.
heading out, boys.
Best of luck.
Thank you. I'll need
Hopefully,
it.
hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of the race. Take care.
Yeah, hopefully. See ya.
Bye. All right, so there you have it. Alex, third on the grid, going mediums to hards. He's counting on a safety car to help him out for the when to pit. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see if we get anything or a safety car early on here in the race. You never know around that first turn.
Yeah, I think it's going to be key to look further back in the order around turn 1 for any incidents. So it could be pretty...
like you mentioned about perhaps losing 2 places just to stay clean. You just have to, if you want to stick the race out for the long haul, you just kind of have to back off, because some of the more aggressive drivers will try to go for it farther behind, and can often end in disaster. So playing it safe seems like a good option for him.
Agree with you there. Let us... Only a few more moments as the drivers line up on the grid. This is really the moment where your palms start to get a little sweaty, your heart rate accelerates, and at least for me, it's a pretty exciting experience. I know these guys are very competitive and are looking forward to having a great race. As the grid is formed, 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go. Ramacron gets a pretty good start as we have an Alfa Romeo spinning. We already have Crash further in the back. Ramacron squeezes FST into turn 1. So far, clean racing through turn 1. As Charles goes up the inside on FST, takes second place. And Alex has dropped back to 5th as Duck Lovers is able to take control. And as you can see, we have a yellow in Sector 1. Isatin was the driver who spun out. As FST defends to the inside, as we have Duck Lovers and Charles close behind him, Ramacron on the softs definitely has an advantage, and he is pulling out a little bit of a lead. FST is going to have to defend well. He's the fastest on those mediums, but everyone around him has the same tire compound.
Yeah, so at the very start, we looked like there was an incident there between FLV and Eiston. That was there's a Haas there that dropped right back. Eiston's dropped right back 6 positions. That was the Alfa Romeo, I believe, you saw from the start that slid across the track.
Yep.
And
And
collision with
5-7
the other
was the Haas that had some contact at some wing as Duck Lovers gets a little bit squirrely through there, and Charles nibs up the inside on the final corner, and he's going to try. He drops back a little bit coming into turn 1. Let's drop
Yeah,
back.
it looks like Pineapples has damage there. One of the reserve drivers, he's got damage on his front wing. Eiston has damage. Both those guys are going to box for sure. I'll give you an update on the pit lane there.
All right. Well, as Alex said, he was careful, and he's lost 3 positions already, down into 6th position. Duck Levers has had some bold racing, as it looks. Ooh, I think Secret is having a bit of a connection issue. I know he's had some issues with his computer, but a little bit laggy everywhere as he goes down the inside of Charles. As they go down the run, and down the straight, inside line, able to hold him off as Charles fights back. A little bit of a lockup by Secret. They're squeezing each other, and there you have it. Alex picks up the pieces, moves into P4,
Great
gains
move there.
2 positions. That's definitely a tactic around here. Let the people in front of you fight and pick up the pieces and drive on into the sunset.
Exactly. That was a great move from him, taking advantage there.
Let's go along with Secret for a moment, as Camel's also made up 2 positions in the 7th position. And Secret really is not in a great position to attack, though, with his hard tires. It's a bit of a race of attrition for him. He wants to stay in 6th or so and hopefully be able to track these leaders down after his pit stop later in the race.
Yeah, I think he's looking more just to stay with them at this point and not lose too many positions.
As we have Campbell coming down the straight. I don't know if DRS is enabled. Takes the inside line. Secret on the outside. Broke a bit early, did Camel, and that's going to cost him. I don't think Secret was going to defend that too hard. But a bit of a misjudgment of the braking zone by Camel and let Secret off the hook momentarily. But Secret's been locking up quite frequently, so we'll see how long his hard tires last. Like Dick Tucker's made up 2 positions already. And he will try to get down on LOR. Sector 2, we have a yellow flag. I don't see...
Owlboy.
It is Owlboy, who spins in, looks like, turns 10. That's a bit of a tricky one, for sure. And FST seems to be closing up now on Ramacron. This is quite interesting. As DRS is enabled for FST coming up, Ramacron defends to the inside. FST's forced to the outside, brakes late, easy overtake, and already Ramacron on those softs is struggling. You'd expect him to have the pace, but FST takes the lead of the German Grand Prix. One-stop strategy, and we'll see if Ramacron can fight back. I don't think that's what he was expecting, and not what he was playing for sure.
Yeah, I think he might have thought he had gotten away there. But the mediums FST has been flying, so caught up and was able to take the lead. Not good for Ramacron here because he's about to lose. Those tires are about to start losing a lot of grip here, so his strategy's might not work out too well here.
All right, Dick Tucker did get past LOR. We had to go off of them momentarily for FST taking over Ramacron. As it looks, was that a driver off? It looks like Owlboy is off the track into the final, corner 16. That is not where he wants to be. And he's already been lapped, I think.
Yeah, I think his tires are way overheated, so he's not being able to keep that car on the track right now.
We have the first of our soft runners, LOR pit at lap 5. So, yeah, as I kind of said, lap 6 is when these softs really start to become difficult to deal with. Let's go on board with Alex. We have a good train of 3 here behind Duck Lovers. Charles, Alex, and Duck Lovers all in a row.
So,
Biggles,
yeah, sorry to interrupt
there.
there. LOR had boxed, and he's put the hards on. So, yeah, back to you.
All right, he is hoping to like those last 29 laps, and that's going to be a bit of a feat, and he's not going to have great pace, but we'll see. He's probably hoping to get some points today. That's his goal. As we have another yellow flag in Sector 2. I don't really see what's exactly... It looks like Owlboy potentially again. He's having a tough time on the track today.
Yeah, maybe it's Owlboy. Owlboy, not again.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Ramacron into the pits here.
Yeah, Ramacon's in the pits right now in the McLaren.
All
so
right.
that's dropped him back. He's going to lose a lot of positions. He's exiting the pits right now.
Exiting the pits.
He
He's
might
gone
be
for
P8,
mediums.
P9. It's going to be close.
I think
As he's
he's
exiting now.
out on P8.
Yeah, P8. So there we go. So that's the.
So he's
McLaren.
definitely going for a 2-strop strategy.
Yep. He's
And
pitted the mediums.
as he's gone for the mediums. As Owlboy picks up another penalty. He's already at 20 seconds, I believe. Maybe 25 seconds. And if he's not too careful, as Alex has a sniff at Duck Lovers. Not really committing too much. It's a difficult corner to overtake on, although possible. Has to lift slightly. That's not always desirable. But this is definitely one to keep an eye out on. And Alex... Last time Alex took advantage of a mistake, and I think Charles right now is looking to take advantage of another potential mistake. But I think Alex is going to wait, bide his time to get through the long DRS straight coming out of turn 4 and make his move there.
So Dick's in the pits. Dick's is boxed.
All right.
Yep. Now Dick was in. Oh,
As Duck Lovers gets squirrely, and that is going to cost him. Although, Alex, I don't know what was there. He lost a ton of traction.
I think he was late on the accelerator there.
I think he was. Duck is going to defend to the inside, go back to the outside. Alex locks up. They touch just slightly. And is he going to take the position? He's going to do it. We'll see. This is a tough corner to go side by side in. And Duck Lovers lets him go. Although Alex is not. He's harvesting his ERS, so he must be low. And he lets him go. Good sportsmanship there by Alex. He gave a little tap, had the advantage, lets Duck by. And as we have a yellow in Sector 3, and that looks to be a Dirty Pineapple. Ahead there, it looks like he went off the track, and he's going to let the leaders by. But FST has opened up a impressive lap, set over 7 seconds here on the rest of the field, and I think really the race is going to be down to those last 2 podium positions.
Yeah, Dick Lovers just before he boxed in the Ferrari, he had to change the front wing. He had some front wing damage, so it cost him a little bit of time. That's why he's down to P11 right now. But however, he's changed onto the mediums, and we'll see what sort of race he can recover from.
I think you meant Dick Tucker. I don't think we have any Dick Lovers in the lead.
Dick Tucker, sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. As Alex goes down the inside in the same corner, again a slight touch. Duck Lovers re-enters the track, but Alex has the position. Alboy gains another time penalty. It looks like Charles is going to try to nip into third place, the last podium position, and Duck is going to have his handfuls to hold him off here.
His handful or his beak full?
His beak full. Great. We got plenty of options here.
Yeah, around these last 2 corners, they're all riding the line between drifting and spinning. So
these mediums should last as Duck Lovers gets a touch squirrely coming out of turn 1 again. But really, all Duck has to do is keep close enough to Alex where he gets the DRS, and that will help him defend against Charles and keep third position. Although he is weaving around the track a bit, trying to break the toe, takes the inside line, and Charles goes to the outside, and I don't think he's going to get a move done there. Good defending by Duck Lovers.
So FLV's in the box, and also Pineapples is in the box as well. FLV's in the P11 in the Haas, and Dirty Pineapples, one of the newcomers, is also boxing again. So
all right.
Second stop for Dirty Pineapples, first stop for FLV Steven. He didn't have any damage on, I think. It's taking a little longer in the Haas, but he's exiting the pits now.
All right.
Onto the Hards.
Yep, he's going to try to make those last to the end of the race. All right. Well, Alex is pulling out when in 3/10 lead over Duck Lovers, which isn't great. But Charles is also dropping back on Duck Lovers. And we'll see if Duck Lovers can break the DRS here on this lap. It's going to be close. We shall see. It's all about who's brave through turn 1. You can gain a lot of time through there. Secret picks up a 3-second time penalty, and I think we've been used to the McLarens as Dirty Pineapples is on the side of the track there. Been used to the McLarens kind of being the boss of the field the past few races, or at least being high up on the grid, but they are in 5th and 7th. So Germany might not be what they're looking for.
Yeah, it's been kind of a disastrous past couple races here for them, in Baku and Singapore. Haven't been. I think only one has been in the points. At least one disqualification of both of those races.
All right.
So see if they can put a result together today.
Well, let's go. Let's move away from the front 3 here and go on to Dick Tucker. He's looking to pass Large A, which he does quite easily. DRS advantage, although great move. Oh, Large A goes just a tad wide as they touch slightly. That was almost a brilliant move by Large A, but he broke a touch too late, and Dick Tucker takes P9 as Large A goes up the inside again. Brilliant, great move. That's a difficult corner to take, do an overtake on, but he's able to fight back on those hard tires. But we'll see how long he's able to hold on here.
Yeah, he adjusted that braking zone perfectly.
Yes, great move. That is great racing. And Dick Tucker's not going to be happy about that. I think he thought this would be easy. But it's going to be anything more like than that. But you can tell the difference between the hards and the mediums through these corners. The mediums just have way more grip. As Large gets a 3-second penalty, cuts that corner, turn 1 just a touch. And we'll see if Dick Tucker can get a move done coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, back to you. It looks like down in the McLaren pit wall, it looks like they're quite excited right now because they have, obviously, Secrets is there in P5. He's a little bit behind Charles, but Rumicon looks really good right now on a solid P6. He's the leader of the first of the pit stoppers. He's already made his pit stop. He's in P6, and he is 16 seconds off the leader. So he's in a good position right now. If the leader's box, he could be definitely in the top 3 spots.
I don't see him being able to go one-stop strategy, though. That's the only thing that he has working against him. As it looks like we have FST, the first of the mediums to go into the pits. He's going to be fitting hard as we have a yellow in Sector 1.
It's like duck lovers.
Is it Duck Lovers?
Not there. I'm not sure if there was contact.
FST had boxed it for hards, correct.
Yep. Duck Lovers looks like he lost his grip in turn 1. Didn't break his wing, though. But he's fighting with FST on the hards, and FST makes the move. Duck Lovers has to pit still. A little bit tight there. He looks like a little bit of a wounded duck somehow. I don't see any damage on his wing, but he's dropping down through the field right now. Not what he was wanting.
Yeah. Secret's looking quite good right now. He's keeping pace with the front runners, and he's on the hards. So he's done 11 laps on the hards, but the front runners, both Alex and Charles, they're 11 laps on the mediums. But Secret's also setting the same pace as them. So if he can keep that up with the hards, he's looking strong looking good for a strong finish.
All right. I'm expecting Duck Lovers to head into the pits, which he does, fighting his car. And we'll see where he comes out. That kind of spreads out the field a bit more.
Yeah, he's boxing out. He's definitely going to lose out to Dick. I think he's also going to lose out to Aria. Let's see. They're coming around the final sectors now. No, Duck's already out. He's got some quick pit stop from the Renault team, so he's out. And he's back out on the
medium. Tucker is on the home straight, coming around turn 1.
He's on the hards again. Hards.
Duck Lovers will be able to keep 7th position slot in there.
Yep.
On the pit lap. And he's going to wait and see where he probably put a few good laps down, see where Alex, Charles come out, and Camel as well, obviously, when they pit. But FST...
These hards are performing quite well.
Yes. FST is in a great position right now. He's on his hards, in 5th position. Everyone in front of him has to pit again, and really no one to challenge him currently.
So far at the moment, we only have, I think we're looking at five drivers at the moment, still haven't boxed. So any minute now, here we go. Saying that, Kamal in P6.
Sector 2.
He's boxing right now. He was 13 seconds off the pace, so he's in the pits right now. The crew, he's exiting the box. Let's have a look. No, they're changing his tires. There he's out of the box. Let's see if we can get out. He's not going to get out in front of Duck. Duck's going to get past him. But can he get out in front of Dick? Looks like he will. He's going to come out really close. Just behind Duck. So on the hards now. Duck is on the mediums, I believe. No, the hards as well. So there you go. So Kamal's P7.
All right. So Duck keeps his position, but Camel's going to have 1 lap fresher hards. Not going to make too much of a difference. He's going to have to warm those harbs up. Takes a lap or 2. I'm just waiting for these top 2, Alex and Charles, to pit. Alex opened up a 4 second gap now. And Alex is in the pits.
Alex is boxing, that's correct. Charles is following him as well.
All
there you
right.
go. P1 and P2 are boxing. Let's have a look.
Both of them are in the pits.
It's the strategy that they're going to go for.
Very
I presume they
curious
would go
to see where they come out on hards. Yes.
Alex is on the hards, and Charles is also on the hards.
Where will they come out is the question that we're all wondering.
Now, they have clear air.
4
So
position clear air right behind the leader. Well, he will be leader in a moment. FST in 3rd position as Charles looks like he's lost connection. So that is definitely not what he's wanting, and he's going to try to be scrambling to get back into the game as quickly as possible. Let's go up to the lead, though. Looks like we got a little bit of a spat here between the 2 McLaren boars as Ramacron takes the inside line. And away he goes. Ooh, a lot of lag there by Secret. They should have similar grip levels, though, because those 9-lap-old mediums aren't going to be the quickest. And almost halfway through the race, we get to have a retirement, which I'm very pleased to announce. It's definitely the difference between Singapore or Baku and in Germany.
I believe there might have been some team strategy between the McLaren drivers because obviously Rumcom has fresher tires, so he's a little bit more pace. And Secret also has a 3-second penalty. He's on 15-lap-old hards, and has to pit again. So it would obviously be no point holding up his teammate if Rumcom can and build a nice gap to FST in 3rd place.
Yep, definitely interesting to see how that works for Zach Brown and the McLaren team. As Campbell is closing up behind Duck Lovers here. And we'll see with DRS assistance if he can get a move done. As we have a yellow in Sector 3. And I can't really tell who that is. Seems like we're back up and running again, whatever it was. Whew! Campbell misjudges his braking point there. Goes deep, and that's going to cost him as Duck makes easy work of Charles, who disconnected, as we said a moment ago. And P5 for Duck Lovers, even after that spin. So he is 13 seconds back of Alex in 4th. And so he'll probably just hope to hang on there to 5th as we have a, looks like all boy potentially again, as Campbell takes past Charles. And all boys again. I wouldn't expect him to keep on racing much longer. He's had bad luck today. Into the wall several times. His team's going to be running out of wings. At one point, they're going to say, "Hey, you out there racing is costing us a couple $100,000 a wall, and can't pay for that anymore." Let's see.
Let's have a look at Secret's pace. Secret's pace. 16-lap-old hards now. The only driver right now, actually, apart from, sorry, my bad, Aria back in P10 on the mediums. But Secret still hasn't boxed, but he's still setting pretty personal best right now. Personal best 1st sector. So he's keeping up the pace. We have to see when these tires are going to start dropping off for him right now, because obviously he's going to stay out as long as he possibly can on those hards. 35.8 2nd sector. He's a little quick. He's a little quicker than Rumicon. So
interesting. Well,
keep an eye.
Ara goes into the pits on his 16-lap-old mediums. And those hard tires do last a while. He'll get over 20 laps on them, most likely. And as you burned off your fuel, you kind of are able to maintain pace with those hards. That's kind of the nice thing about those is they don't really slow down much over the course of the race as they wear. But
so we're almost, we're over halfway now.
As he...
Lap 18.
Alex picks up a...
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, no, have at it. Yeah, Alex with his time penalty. And that is going to hurt him. Trying to see here if Duck has a time penalty. Yes, he does, 3 seconds. So that group of drivers there might be kind of determined by time penalties. We'll see how that goes.
Ramacon's still looking pretty good at the moment. 12-lap mediums. I don't think they're going to be able to go to the end of the race. That's the only downfall for him.
No.
So let's have a look. Does he have a pit stop window ahead? Oh, what pit stop around here? What are you guys thinking? Is
he
about
might be able to get into 4th position ahead of Duck Lovers.
Yeah,
it would be pretty close though. So
yeah, it's about a 29 second.
As
Duck
Secret
Lovers
goes into the pits. That's a bit of a surprise. I wasn't
There we have
expecting him in the 17 lap olds to go in, but looks like he's going to go to mediums, have the pace, and we'll see where he slots in. I'm looking at probably 6th position as he goes on to the mediums. And
He's
Duck
going to pull out
Lovers.
behind Ice. Oh,
is
no,
look-
Ice has been lapped.
will
He'll
Duck-
be ahead of Duck.
Will he be ahead of Duck Lovers?
He'll have 4th.
Yes, he will.
He'll have 4th.
Yeah. He's got clear air and he's on the mediums. So P3. No, P4, sorry. Secret.
All right. He is in P4. And
Clear air and fresh rubber. So he's
He
looking
might be-
quite pacey.
trying to do a little bit of an undercut on his own teammate there. There's a second. A little over a second between them. And
Now, how's this going to work out for Rome? Because Rome's now on 13 lap old mediums. They're not going to be able to go to the end. I really don't think there's no chance. And
I think he's going to pit this lap.
yeah,
We'll see if he does.
and he's got two practically fresh, hard drivers behind him with hard tires, with FST and Alex. There's FST's done 7 laps. Alex has done 4 laps on the hards.
All right. Our
so-
race leader into the pits.
Yep, Rom's picked. Yep.
And he will look to be going on to another set of medium tires. We'll see where he comes out. Let's go
He's
on
gonna
board
get
with
out front of,
Secret, who is rounding turn 16.
he'll get out in front of Secret up. Oh, it's going to be close.
This could
He's
be what to
exiting
watch.
Oh,
There is Ramacron.
He's got it. He's got
Will
it.
Secret have DRS?
Oh yeah.
The undercut might not have worked. And Ramacron stays in 3rd position. Great job by the McLaren boys. 3rd and 4th position. Fresh mediums. They're going to have the pace, and they're definitely going to be looking to hunt down Alex and get a double podium finish for sure.
And Dick Tucker has boxed again in the Ferrari, so that's it's the second stop for him. He's gone the hards again. I'm surprised.
That is
anyway.
surprising.
So, and Ice 10 is ghosting, I believe, so I'm not quite a connection issue. He's battling it out. No, Ice 10's already a lap down.
Yep. Well,
So
20 laps in, 14 to go. FST in the lead, 6-second gap, and the race to watch right now is the 2 McLaren boys. Fresh mediums, they'll have the pace. Can they close up to the leaders?
Secret setting blistering laps right now. He's set the fastest first sector, fastest second sector. He's going to get the fastest lap for sure. He's in P4.
I'm going to be...
He's got the fresh rubber.
Yep, and you probably get past Ramacron here and chase down the leaders. They might be able to do a little bit of a DRS train here, buddy system. Help each other out. We'll see. Let's go on board here.
they've already shaved a second off of the time to Alex, so they're at blistering pace right now.
6 seconds to Alex.
Yeah,
As
114.4 from Secret. And the leader, FST, was doing a 115.9. Look at that pace.
As we have a virtual safety car. Looks like Dirty Pineapple hit the wall
Oh, he's out. Yeah.
and is out of the race. Thankfully, it's only a virtual safety car, and that won't matter too much. I don't think anyone is really needing to pit, except maybe LOR J.
They all boxed, I think. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah.
So, we'll see.
FLV Steven, he's got, LOR J as well. So they're the only ones that are on older tires.
All right, let's... Looks like we are going green. Nope, not quite yet. Ooh. It's hard to manage your delta pace. As we are...
if you're the... Yeah,
Sorry,
continue,
Biggles?
please.
As we are
Oh, I
green...
was just saying, if you're the McLaren team right now, would you do the multi-21, allow Secret past Romacon? Because obviously Secret's got the pace right now. He's setting blistering fastest laps. He's a second quicker than his teammate. So what do you think the strategy would be at McLaren?
It's hard to tell. Obviously, he has DRS, so that helps him out. Obviously, they don't want to take each other out. That would be bad as... Whoa. Ramacron tried to take to the inside line. Secret held it around the outside. And it looks like he has the move. He is in 3rd place. And that switch has taken place. I don't think it was really team orders because they battled for it. But let's see if Secret can pull ahead of Ramacron and hunt down. That gap
Yeah,
is at 5.4 now, so half a second.
I mean, it's got to be a good strategy because he's on the fresh mediums and he has the pace. Up ahead, you obviously have Alex. He's on 7-lap old hards, which we know the hards can go all the way. And FST up front, but if he's lapping, as we can see in the telemetry, pretty quick, he should be able to catch the leaders.
There are, let's see here, it looks like there is 11 seconds between the McLarens and the leader with 11 laps to go. So they'll have to do a second a lap faster, average that out, and maybe a couple laps from now, see if they're able to do that. As Secret gets a little squirrely, and I think Ramacron's going to take the position back here. Secret
Maybe
keeps the line. Ramacron's going to get this done.
So perhaps a little bit of commentating curse on these two drivers, but these guys have been battling it out the whole race so far. The McLaren drivers, they're really nothing between them.
We'll see how long they're able to keep it friendly. Obviously, they want to do well in the constructors. Secret's crashed out in the last 2 races, and he doesn't want to DNF again.
It's definitely equal balance because they're both on similar tire strategies right now. There's only 1 lap difference between them. It's going to come down to pure driving skill and also come down to who wants to be the #1 driver in the team.
I think both of these drivers are not going to say they're the #2 driver. That's not in their DNA.
And I bet you the McLaren team boss right now is doing the foot tap that Christian Horner usually does, stressing out, making sure that the two guys don't take each other out because they're in good points position right now.
That is a 3-second penalty for Secret, and that is costly as FSD does not have a penalty. Ramacron does not have a penalty, and that is 6 seconds for Secret. And Ramacron is pulling away a bit now, so Ramacron might now have the pace to pull away and hunt down Alex, who looks like he has 3 seconds himself. So if FSD can keep it clean, he, I think, is pretty much in an unassailable position right now.
Yeah, I think that's mainly that second position right now that's going to be up for grabs if Ramacron can keep this pace up.
All right, let's go on down the order a bit to see if anything's going on. Camel is 2 seconds back at Charles. Hasn't been able to close that gap too much. Everyone else is pretty spaced out. Ramacron now gets a second up on Secret. And really, there aren't many drivers fighting for each other. I think Duck is going to be pretty happy if he can mosey along and keep 5th position on his debut. I think he'll be pretty pleased with that. So what are the lap times now for the McLaren and Biggles? I don't know if you have any information on that. Are they
For Secret? For which McLaren?
Ramacron, since he's the fastest right now.
Ramacron, yeah, he said last lap was 1:14.7. Now the leaders are doing 1:15.7, so he's a second a lap faster right now.
That is going to be interesting. It's already down to less than 3 seconds for #2, and Alex is going to have to push a bit. Let's see how he's doing. Curious to see if
Ramacron and FST right now, the drivers in the fronts that have no penalties. So that's, as we've seen before in the past, the drivers that can avoid the penalties are the ones that really do pay off at the end.
As LOR goes into the pits, he looks like he's going to be putting on fresh medium tires. We'll see how he comes out as Dick Tucker gets 3 seconds once again. And that will move 5-7 up into P9. I've been rooting for 5-7 so far. He hasn't been able to finish a race. No fault to his own. He's been crashed out the past 3 weeks. And that is demoralizing. So he had a bit of wing damage to start the race, which didn't help him out at all. But let's hope he can stop being a car magnet for once.
So I'll try to give you a little update right now in a minute. I'm just going to look at the driver standings, and I'll try to get back to you in a minute as to how this is going to affect, because it's very close in the driver's standings right now, shall I say. So I'll do a little bit of mathematics and get back to you as to what the possibilities of the championship changing will be.
All right. Well, Ramacron now has 2-second lead over his teammate. And less than 2.5 seconds now to Alex. This could be a very interesting final 8 laps. 2 seconds now is the gap.
I think he's gonna get it.
Yeah, he will. He will. It's just a question now of if he can close up to FST at all. That's really going to be the question.
Well, yeah, I think like 5 laps ago we were saying that he needed to put a second lap on FST to get anywhere close, and he's been doing that surprisingly. So
But
who knows? We might see a last lap showdown.
But I don't expect the mediums to be able to hold up the pace too much longer because I know he has less fuel, but 15 laps is kind of pushing it. So we'll see if he kind of loses some speed near the end. Less than 2 seconds now to Alex.
Yeah, I think right now the McLaren guys have got a good strategy ahead. P3 and P4. The 6 seconds of secrets cost him definitely any chance right now of a podium, but definitely for Romacron, it's looking good in P3. His tires are much fresher than the leaders. His pace is quicker. He's only 7 seconds behind the leader. Alex has got a 3-second time penalty, and he's obviously going to have that P2. But he's not chasing P2. Obviously, he's a racer. He wants the top spot. Yep. He wants P1. He wants to take down FST because FST is also leading the championship, and Romacron is second in the championship. So these guys are battling like crazy to get it. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be all about. I don't know if FST even has a warning yet, but he is penaltyless. I cannot say that word, and he's going to need to keep it that way if he wants to hang on. I think if he gets a 3-second penalty, it could get pretty exciting near the end. As the gap is now just over 1 second for Romacron, he's going to be getting DRS. Let's go on board. He will be getting DRS next lap with 5 laps to go, 6 laps to go. This is going to be an exciting finish. Let's go on board with him. I mean, the key thing obviously is you're chasing someone down, so it's easy to take a little bit of a risk through some of these corners. Push your luck just a touch, and that could quickly come to bite you. So gotta keep your head down. Just be focused on doing your thing. Don't get too focused on the driver in front, and you'll be able to get it done. As he's only now a half a second back, coming into the 30th lap of this race, as Secret gets another 3-second time penalty, and that might completely put him off the podium positions. We shall see.
I think he's feeling his tires breaking off right now, so we'll see if Romacron, this might be his last lap to push, really.
And Romacron has DRS. Alex takes the inside. Romacron to the outside. Ahead into the braking zone. He'll have better braking with those mediums. A touch deep. Alex can't put up too much of a fight, and that is P2 for Romacron, although he's coming back at him a little bit. We'll see if he can get a move done maybe into here. Romacron shades into the inside, just to cover, and he's going to be off to the races through this tricky section. Those hard tires can't hang on, keep the power down. And now Alex is just going to be hoping he can hang on 4.5 seconds. I think he might be able to hang on to his podium position as Dick Tucker looks to take the position 7th over Camel. We'll go on board with them. I think Dick Tucker has the pace to keep in the lead. Yeah, he has fresher hard tires, so he definitely has an advantage there. As we have a yellow in Sector 3, and that is All Boy again. As Duck Levers gets 3 seconds, and that puts him as 6 seconds time penalties. The driver behind Charles.
How many penalties does Charles have?
He has 3. So if he can close that up, I don't think he will though. So I think Duck is pretty safe. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. 5 seconds between FST and Ramacron.
Yeah, Secret has dropped down 2 seconds in the past lap or 2.
As Ramacron gets a time penalty, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That is going
He's
to
been
cost
setting
him
it.
the race.
He's been second a lap faster as well now. That's really going to hurt him. He
He's-
started bringing it home.
I think he will hope to push FST, make him maybe force him into a mistake as he's 4 seconds down now.
Yeah, that's kind of his only hope at this point, is that FST makes an error somewhere here.
Looks like Charles was able to rejoin in 6th position. Dick Tucker's hanging on there. Maybe he can fight for P6. And it looks like Alex will be able to stay ahead of Secret. Secret's really lost the pace, which is surprising. So, number 2 driver, sir. Number 2 driver. So we have a yellow flag in Sector 2 and in Sector 3, and that is All Boy again. He's had no luck this race. Good for him for hanging in there, though. Good for him for hanging in there.
So this is interesting right now. So I just did a little bit of mathematics in the championship. Right now in the championship, FTC is leading at 50 points, but really close behind Ramacron.
Don't mean to interrupt you here, but Dick Tucker inside line, brave through there, locks up. Charles comes in hot, side by side. Charles goes wide and maintains the position. Tough racing between these two. And Charles is going to keep P6 for the time being, but Dick Tucker is going to be fighting back. Charles goes wide. Dick Tucker's through on the inside. And he goes into P6. Charles made a mistake, and he paid for it. We'll see if he can fight back. DRS into turn 1. I don't recommend trying to overtake here. Both go wide. That's probably warnings for both of them. And we'll see if Charles can fight back with the DRS advantage. No, he loses it coming out of turn 4, and that's going to put him way back, and Dick Tucker is going to get a little bit of a gap now, which he'll be able to use with 3 laps to go. Good racing between those two. Definitely exciting stuff. Good to watch.
Yeah, it's looking almost like a repeat of the top 3 right now in Baku in the last race. So we had in the last race we had FTC finishing P1, Ramacron finishing P2, and Alex finishing P3, and that's exactly the situation it looks like again. It's going to repeat as there's only like 2 more laps to go. Secret had a disconnection issue. He's rejoined. He's back in P4. Has some penalties there, so that'll be interesting between Dick and Duck Lovers.
Yeah, one thing I just noticed is that Duck Lovers is now closing up on Secret, and he has 3 seconds less of a time penalty than Secret, so he might be able to sneak P4 here.
Yeah.
If he's lucky.
Secret being controlled by the AI right now, so he's
Is he?
losing an incredible amount of time.
That explains it. Looks like he lost connection, and that is definitely going to cost him P4. I think he's going to be safe from Dick Tucker with 2 laps to go, but Duck is going to get a free couple points here with P4, and he's going to be happy about that.
So this will be interesting as well, because if both Ramacron, I remember tongue twister, sorry, Ramacron and Alex finish in the position that they are right now, both of them will be equal points in the championship on 65 behind our leader FST that will move to 75 points.
Definitely the race for the championship is heating up here in round 4. Charles is struggling with his hards and trying to fight back, but he keeps on making mistakes in crucial areas, letting Dick Tucker move on. And Dick Tucker is looking to defend his rear to the best of his ability.
It's race on
kudos
between
to
those
him.
two as well. They're both on equal penalty points, so
Yes,
whoever
both-
finishes in position.
Both are hard and fighting for being on top. We are on the final lap. Let's go on board with I want to go on board with FC, but he's going to be our race winner. Let's stay here with Charles because he is going to have one final opportunity, one final lap to claw back to P6.
Where do you think you could do it, guys? Like, you guys are racers. Where was your chance right now? If you were a racer, where could you try to do it? Make
He's
a move.
not quite close enough to make a move here. It's going to have to be... He's going to have to keep that pedal down as Dick Tucker goes a bit wide, and that's... Oh, and Charles gets too excited, and that's going to be the end of his chance for here. Let's go over to Duck Lovers. Oh, gets a little bit sideways. We'll see. He needs to be within 3 seconds of Secret here to get
2.8,
P4.
2.9.
2.9. This could be close.
Oh, it's 3 seconds. It's over.
Will he be able to claw it back? It's just over 3 seconds. 3.1.
No.
No, he cannot.
Oh.
He is in. No.
No, he did.
He does.
He got it.
Secret got
P4.
another time penalty.
Yeah. Secret had 9 seconds of penalties.
Well, Duck
That's
has,
cost him.
Duck has 6, so that's
6.
interesting.
Yeah, yep. But Secret also gets the fastest lap, I believe, 1:14.4. So we'll get a point out of that.
Good for him.
I believe it's 1 point, right? If I'm correct.
That is
Yeah.
our race. FST, 3 wins in a row. Good for him. Toro Rosso on top. McLaren boys, 2nd and 5th. Ramacron isn't able to convert pole to the win. But good, clean racing for the most part from everyone, and I'm happy to see that. And some exciting action here from Germany. We will be back shortly with the race winner and potentially someone else on the podium for our interviews. Thanks for everyone for watching, and we'll be back in a moment. All right, we are back. What an exciting race, and we are with our race winner, FST. 3 in a row. Toro Rosso is on a tear. He is on a tear. That puts him in the lead of the championship. How was your race as you planned, FST?
Last Germany, I won, so I'm very, very happy.
It looks like our next race will be in Spa, Belgium. A bit of a longer track, a bit of a different challenge. Do you see yourself doing well next week?
Belgium, I most
Apologies. I have to jump in and correct that. It's going to be in Mexico next week.
Okay. Well, my question still stands, FST. Mexico, so a very different challenge. I really don't have much experience with that track. Are you confident in next week as well?
I most like Belgium.
All right. Well, FST will be going for 4 wins in a row next week. Congratulations. I have a feeling we'll probably be interviewing you again next week. Congratulations. 75 points, maximum points out of 3 races. Good luck next week. Have a great week.
I thank you, Kamehameha.
Yep. All right. Alex, we interviewed you on the grid after qualifying. You as you kind of said you would, you dropped back a few spots at the start, taking it a little bit easy, but you fought back. So, kind of what happened at the start? You lost, I think, 3 positions.
Hello, there you go. I was
Yep.
muted there, guys. FST went sideways in front of me, and it kind of put me off guard. So I had to go wide, and then there's not as much grip out there, so I really took it easy, and I got some wheel spin as well, but it's whatever. So that's what put me down a lot. I had to fight my way back. I think I ended up behind Secret and Non-Crash at one point at the beginning, whatever. And I was just waiting for Non-Crash to send it at the wrong time, and it happened. So I took both of them like that, and then I had to work hard back up to who was in front of me?
Well, I believe at the end, Ramacron was able to get past you with a few laps to go.
Yeah, he had his softer and fresher mediums at the end, which is unlucky for me, I guess. He got a better strategy.
Yep.
But I was catching FST by at least a tenth a lap almost.
Yep.
I was getting up there, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna let Ramakon fight with FST. So I didn't really fight much when he passed me. I stuck to the racing line. I put my engine and battery down, and I let him take me down the inside, and I was hoping that he would catch him, and then they would start battling, and that would let me back in, but he didn't get there, so it's whatever.
Yeah, well, definitely a highlight of the race is your double overtake on Charles and I believe Duck Lover. That was a good battle between the 3 of you for a number of laps there. So
yeah,
good entertaining racing.
Thank you. Duck Lovers was, I mean, he was in front of me and he wasn't holding me up much, but I knew that I had more pace. So at one point I sent it down the inside and it was pretty dirty, so I felt kind of bad. So I let him go through.
Yep.
And then I was like, I'll take him cleanly another lap, and next lap or 2 laps later, whatever, I got him back. So
well, congratulations.
I didn't feel bad for doing that.
Yep. Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
On your podium position. You have done well the past few races.
Thank you.
I believe you are 2nd in the Drivers' Championships. Congratulations. And you confident looking forward to Mexico next week?
That actually hit me hard. I thought it was Spa. I was getting really excited for Spa there. But actually,
Sorry,
I don't. Go for it, Bagels.
Continue.
No, go for it.
No, I was just going to interrupt to say 3rd in the championship. Sorry.
Oh,
Continue.
my apologies.
Oh, okay, Bagels. My bad. Killing me here. Actually, I'm not. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm not strong at Mexico because that's kind of rude if I am. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't really driven much in Mexico in this game yet.
I have yet to meet a driver who's confident racing in Mexico. So I don't think it's a track that gets too much attention. So it's going to be, I know I don't race on it very much. I don't think many of the guys do here as well. So it's going to be a unique challenge, I think, for a lot of drivers to get ready. Short turnaround to get ready.
I hear the burritos are good.
I can tell you that the track limits are really strict at Mexico.
Yep.
As soon as 4 just barely get off, you're getting a warning at least.
Yep.
It's tough, especially in the S section. But yeah, I'm gonna have to practice hard for that one.
All right. Well, congratulations on your podium, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
All right. See you guys. You too. See you. Bye.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think that might be the last of the interviews today. We tried to get Ramacron in here, who finished P2, but I think he's in a later time zone, so he's going to hit the sack, which I don't blame him. Any final thoughts on the race today, gentlemen?
I didn't quite catch the who gained the most. I kind of missed that a little bit. Then my apologies as to who gained the best places from their qualifying position. As for my driver of the day, do you guys have an idea of your driver of the day you would put?
I mean, I'm tempted to say Ramacron, but he did start in pole, but he made those two-stop strategy work. I'm just trying to think. I'm looking down at the drivers. It's hard to say. Duck Lovers did well. He had that spin out, but was able to finish P4. But yeah, I would probably give it to. I mean, it's hard to not give it to FST. He started in second position and made it look easy. We got a lot of exciting overtakes from Duck, Alex, and Ramacron. So hard to pick one driver this week.
I think actually now, coming to think of it now, and I'm looking at the statistics, I would have to give it to FST because he drove a clean race with no penalties, and as you guys know, as race drivers with these strict Codemasters corner cutting, it's a very difficult thing to do to finish 34 laps of concentration, heavy racing. He also did it on 11 lap old hards and then 11 lap mediums and then 23 lap hards. So he pushed the tires not almost to the limit, but close to the limits with no penalties, good lap times, and that's also his third win in a row. So that's pressure.
Yep.
So yeah, that would have to be my driver of the day, I'd say.
We'll give it to FST, 3 wins in a row, and the guys below, they're all pretty competitive, but they're gonna need to get their strategy right to be able to topple him in Mexico. But I really have no idea what to expect. And it should be an exciting race, so I hope that everyone will be there next week as well. Thank you for everyone for watching this stream of our no assist race in Germany. I hope everyone had a great time. It was definitely some exciting racing, some great racing from our drivers this week. Later this week on Thursday, we'll have Assist 2 racing in Germany. And then on Saturday, we will have Assist 1 racing in Mexico. And Nihai, Biggles, and I will be back on Tuesday night next week for our no assist race in Mexico. We hope everyone's there. Everyone have a great week, and we'll see you later. Take care.